going on, everybody? This is Geoff Grammer with the ABQJournal, and you are watching me do a pregame show here from the concourse level at the Acrisure Invitational, Acrisure Classic, rather. I cannot, of course, hear anything right now, so I don't know what is going on. It is showing me that you guys are getting my mic again, and if there is not, for the third show in a row, some sort of audio problem, I'm going to be shocked because it is a weird setup here, and here we go. Anyway, we are about 15-20 minutes away probably from tip-off of UNM Lobos and USC Trojans, the Arizona State Sun Devils, who beat UNM last night, 85-82, in the first round of the Acrisure Classic. Just beat St. Mary's, who absolutely destroyed USC last night. So this is a day-to-day, different game kind of scenario. And just because USC looked so bad last night, doesn't really mean. Let's see here. Just because USC got destroyed last night doesn't mean a whole lot right now tonight. It's a new day, and St. Mary's looked unbeatable 24 hours ago and just got beat by Arizona State. So the Lobos will certainly have their hands full. Another big team. They didn't exactly fare well against St. John's, another big team on the perimeter. But they held their own against both UCLA and Arizona State. They never trailed when they beat UCLA. They went back and forth with Arizona State last night. It was really last night. Look, the Lobos came into the game last night ranked 6th in the country in turnover rate. Didn't get their first turnover until 15 minutes into the game. It's actually the 6:40 mark or something like that. Or no, the 4:38 mark when they got their first turnover. They got a steal, turned it into a layup. And when they're not scoring points off turnovers, I really think this half-court offense has sort of been struggling a little bit. I know I brought that up in a post-game show earlier, or in a post-game interview with Patino, and he said, look, we scored 91 points. What do you, 99 points. What do you want, 140? And you know, touche, their offense has been putting up points, but this is certainly not a Lobo team where their half-court offense has been at times, or at all times, been really running smooth. And so I do think this Lobo team needs to get the ball inside to Nelly Jr. Joseph a little bit more. It's one of those nights where he just doesn't have it. They need to maybe identify that earlier in the night and kind of make the alterations then, or the adjustments. But I don't think Nelly Jr. Joseph for 2 games in a row getting only 3 field goal attempts is what this Lobos team wants or needs to be successful. And if he's only going to score 3 points in a game, I would be shocked if that's something that they kind of accept and don't really try and make a point to change this game. Donovan Dent, I thought, was probably the best player on the floor last night overall. Even in a losing effort, I think was probably the best player last night against Arizona State. Arizona State has some dudes. They got a lot of really good players. But I would say that, again, tonight, even with some really good players, I mean, Donovan Dent is probably going to be the best player on the floor in a lot of ways, best college players, certainly. I think he may have some next-level ability and talent as well, but he's not going to be the biggest and doesn't have to stay an outside shot as some of these other guys. But as far as just kind of running the floor, I think Donovan Dent might, again, be the best player on the floor. I think Donovan Dent's a guy that has a legitimate shot at being Mountain West Player of the Year this season. And the Lobos have to do well in conference play, obviously, to make that happen. But he's shown last night he's the guy that they go to if they needed a bucket, right? And time and time again, even though Arizona State, a big athletic team, knew exactly what was going to happen, and Donovan Dent still got to the rim, still finished, still found a way to get a lot of and ones, and he hit his free throws last night for the first time this season. He had been struggling at the charity stripe. He kind of hit him last night for a change, so that was nice. Got some comments here. We got, let's see, on X, I think USC will play better tonight. They better play better tonight. They played like crap last night. So I saw Muss, actually, where I'm sitting up here on the concourse level where you guys can see me now. Let's see, what is that? Moving this way, section 121 of the concourse level. Muss, just about 5 feet to my left, did his post-game radio show, walked by, and I knew Muss fairly well when he was in the Mountain West in Nevada. We would talk quite frequently. Muss was in no mood to talk. Did give me a handshake, and that was about it. So I don't expect that today was a very fun day for the USC Trojan team. I'm guessing Muss got into them a little bit. So yeah, I'd be shocked if USC plays as bad as they did last night against St. Mary's. Very different teams, though, the Lobos and St. Mary's. So, St. Mary's certainly didn't play as good as they did last night, or didn't look as good as they did. And Arizona State had a lot to do with that. So, yeah, 2 different days, 2 different games for sure. Justin Apodoc, I love that you're chatting Lobo hoops while we're got an all-timer of a college football game going on. I have no idea what you're talking about, Justin. It's all basketball here. There's no college football going on in my world right now. So I will certainly catch up on that pretty soon. Got the crowd going a little bit here. They're introducing Lobo fans who all have their New Mexico flags over there across the way. Chris was asking prediction. I would have said that the point spread last night was a little high, but I thought the Lobos would win a close one. They ended up losing a close one. They were favored by 4.5. I thought that was a little bit much last night, but I did think the Lobos would pull it out last night. Tonight, the Lobos are favored again, but I guess for the second night in a row, I could be wrong, but for the second night in a row, I do think the Lobos will win. I don't think they'll blow out USC by any stretch of the imagination, but I think USC has some issues to fix. What they don't have a problem with is size and athleticism, and on any given night, that could give the Lobos some problems. So if the Lobos don't get Nelly Jr. Joseph going, if they have, for the first 16 minutes, only Mustafa Nzeel and Donovan Dent scoring like they did last night, they didn't have a third score until the 4-minute mark when CJ Nolan hit a couple of free throws. That's going to be a problem. You better get a third guy and really get the scoring column a lot sooner than that. You got to spread it around a little bit. Nelly Jr. Joseph doesn't score till the 3-point play with 2 minutes to go in the game. The Lobos are going to be in a lot of trouble. So the fact that they were in that game last night, and really some people feel they kind of let it slip away a little bit. There was back-to-back three-pointers late in the second half that was really the difference last night. Other than that, they were going back and forth, right? Each team was trading buckets except for those back-to-back threes late in the game by Arizona State. That's really the difference in my mind. The fact that New Mexico was in it despite all those other problems, could be seen as a positive because they haven't had those other problems all season. So unless you think that's a trend that's going to start where they don't get a third score going, where they can't force turnovers like they couldn't last night, if you think that's going to be a trend, then maybe it's a continued problem. If you think last night was a little bit of an aberration, I think that's good news for the Lobos that they were still in a game that they very well could have beat Arizona State in last night. We got Nick asking here from YouTube, over under 60 combined free throws tonight. I would be shocked if for the last place or the last game of the day on a Friday night and people just want to get out of here, including the refs, I'd be shocked if you see 60 free throws. Last night it was 64 free throws. Look, these refs want to get out of here too. This is not the championship game. This is not anything going on. What's going on here? What's up? Woo! Look who we got here. How's it going, my man?
Look out, man.
How you doing, man?
Really good.
We got a Cali cameo here from Kendall Williams. What's up, my man?
I love to interrupt, but I had to say what's up to the legend himself right here. GG, what's
How
up,
you doing, man?
I'm really good.
Where you at?
Good to see you. I found out 5 minutes ago I'm on the floor, so I'll come back up and say what's up.
Check out Kendall Williams making a little bit of a cameo here. Lobo legend, of course. He's actually top 5 in scoring, top 5 in assists, top 5 in steals, top 5 in one other category. I can't remember. But anyway, Kendall Williams, Mr. California, Mr. Lobo, Rancho Cucamonga. Check him out, making a little pregame cameo. So, Nick, you're asking over under 60 free throws. I'd be shocked if they hit that many. Last game of the day, refs want to get out of here like everybody else. How's the view tonight? Same as last night. We're looking at, let's see here. Same views last night. I'm sitting where I was last night. We are up at the concourse level, so it's a ways up. But I at least have an outlet tonight. I have some Wi-Fi tonight. All the things I was bitching and moaning about last night because I got to cover a game at Madison Square Garden 2 weeks ago. Then I get here and I don't even have an outlet for the computer. I was very diva-like last night. Tonight, I am happy to say I have at least an electrical outlet and some Wi-Fi, so I'm a happy camper. Georgia and Georgia Tech went to 6 overtimes. All right, if this goes to overtime, I think there's going to be a lot of upset people, myself included. We're already going to miss the print deadline back in Albuquerque, but look, I don't want to be here all night just writing a story, then have to go catch a plane tomorrow morning. So I will tell you this. I talked to several people here, Robert Portnoy included, the radio play-by-play guy. He is he's driving to LAX tomorrow morning with Kurt Roth, the guy who runs the NIL Collective. They're driving to LA tomorrow morning to hop on a plane, fly to Hawaii in time for the football game tomorrow afternoon to cover the game there. And obviously, Lobo football has a bowl game on the line. Whoever thought that would have happened, that Lobo football in Bronco Mendenhall's first year would have a Lobo or a possible bowl game on the line. So talked to a couple fans that have a 5 a.m. flight out of here in Palm Springs. We're in Palm Desert technically right now, but in Palm Springs they have a flight out at 5 a.m. to Hawaii. So a lot of Lobo fans going to Hawaii, a lot of big stuff going on. The game is pretty close, so let me run through some of these questions and comments. Lobo Fish, what's up, Lobo fans? Thanks for streaming, Jeff. Let's go Lobos. K-Dub, that's right, Kendall Williams. How about that? Making a surprise appearance. Love our Inland Empire connection. Look, the Lobos have an Inland Empire connection going since the K-Dub era, right? Kendall Williams, Tony Snell. Right now, you got Donovan Dent. You got who else is there? Quentin Webb's down there. And I'm forgetting somebody that's in the Inland Empire that I'm forgetting about right now that's on the team. But yeah, the Inland Empire has been tremendous for the Lobos through the years, and it started with Kendall. It didn't start with Kendall Williams. He was just about 10 years ago when I was getting going. But the Inland Empire connection has been for years. Georgia won in 8 overtimes. Lucas is telling me. We got another person here. How can you watch this? True TV is what this game is being televised on. The USC Trojans and New Mexico Lobos are on True TV. And that's usually the channel that every March people look for to see what March Madness game they can watch. But yeah, Q and Donovan Dent are the 2 Inland Empire guys I know of right now. But there's somebody else that I'm forgetting about. There really is. Who was the recent one? But anyway, but because we are already doing player intros, I'm going to sign off for now. A very abbreviated pregame show. Sorry about that, folks. We will get another one going maybe after the football game tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys for watching. We are now just a couple minutes away from USC and UNM Lobos in the 3rd place game of the Acrisure Classic in Palm Desert, California. Appreciate you guys for watching, and follow all the coverage on abqjournal.com/sports for my game story and more after the game. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.